Francesco Molinari. Why won't he be intimidated by the position that he's in and the names that are around him? Because there's a decent fella right behind him.
Yeah, I mean, when you get to the top of the elite part of the game, Nick, and you and I have been there, and we haven't quite got to the very elite like we're talking about here, like Molinari is right now, but we were certainly in the slipstream. The difference is not a physical one, it's a mental one. And that's the hurdle that he's jumped. To go from being a good Ryder Cup player like I was never a great Ryder Cup player, I was a good Ryder Cup player. I was never one of the top players in the team. To go from being a good Ryder Cup player to being one of the superstars on the team, it doesn't look like that much of a jump, but it's a massive jump. And it's a massive jump up here between the years more than anything else. And that's what Molinari has done. Now, those who might know, he employed a performance coach 2 years ago called Dave Aldridge. Dave Aldridge is not a psychologist, although he does a bit of psychology, but he's a kicking coach in rugby. He was the coach, I'm sure there's English rugby fans here, so he was the kicking coach for Johnny Wilkinson under Clive Woodward when England won the World Cup. 2005, I think, wasn't it? 2003. He's also the kicking coach for Johnny Sexton. I'm sure there's some Irish here. Yeah, that's better. So he's also... So, yeah, we haven't won the World Cup. Not yet. So, you know, two of the best kickers we've ever seen in rugby have been coached by this guy, Dave Aldridge. He doesn't know much about golf. He plays to like a 9 handicap. And about 8 years ago, 2009, Luke Donald employed him to be his what they call performance coach. And he worked with Luke Donald to be a performance coach. And that means a practice coach. So what he did with Luke was, and this is where I met him first during the Ryder Cup when Monty was captain in 2010, I was the vice captain. And what he did was, I said, so who are you and what you do, and he explained what he did. He didn't know anybody in golf, and I kind of brought him into the team, and when he explained to me who he was and what he did and what he was doing with Luke, and it's about a performance coach, and now this guy's totally OCD. I mean, he would bore you to death, to be quite honest. He's so OCD and precise about everything. It was all about performance statistics, and it was all about putting yourself under massive pressure when you're in practice sessions. Really competing against yourself. And that's what he did with Wilkinson, that's what he did with Johnny Sexton, that's what he did with Luke Donald. He took Luke to #1 in the world, and then Luke said, I'm paying you too much money, over there, you're fired. And then for nothing, he was doing nothing for 4 or 5 years, and then Molinari employed him 2.5 years ago. And now Molinari's gone from, as I say, being a good Ryder Cup player to being one of the best. And it's about putting yourself under massive pressure when you're practicing. And what that does is, first of all, it improves performance. And secondly, when you get validation like winning a major like Molinari did last year, that's what gives you the extra lift up mentally. And that's where you see Molinari coming in tomorrow with a lot of confidence and why he's performing so well this year.
They like that. 7,500 yards over the golf course in the past. His best finish tied 19th, so he's never done that well here particularly. One of the big things he's brought to the game is he's lifted the levels, as you were saying, in all areas, but the distance as well. How's he, for the folks as well, because they will take it home and use it and try and hit it further. They won't, but they'll try to do that. What is it that he's done to try and generate extra power? Because he's hanging up there now with some of those other guys. He's keeping up with Tiger tomorrow, isn't he, off the tee pretty much?
I mean, look at he Poulter today. Poulter's ball speed was faster than Tiger's, hitting outside of him. So Molinari, even though to be really good in a golfing sense and golf fit, it's not about looking like Linford Christie or Nick Dougherty. It's not about looking that good. It's about being flexible, and it's about having strength and creating speed somehow. So what these guys do in the gym, you know, McIlroy's a good example, Dustin Johnson's a good example. So basically the golf swing, just to give you a little golf lesson here, the golf swing's about
John's going to get a club.
Yeah, no. Too much of a walk across the street to get them. So the golf swing's about 2 things, okay? So it's about the body turning. So everybody, no matter who you are, whether you're Jim Furyk, whether you're Adam Scott, whether you're Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, Nick, Paul, whoever it is, you do 2 things in the golf swing. We do them in different ways, but we all do 2 things. The first thing is we turn our body. So our shoulders turn, our hips turn, we put the weight back in our right side. Then we come down, and then we turn. That's the body movement, but that's only one movement. The The second movement is with the arms. The arms go out, the arms lift up, the arms come down, the arms swing through. Now when we all play our best, no matter what handicap it is, we have coordination between the body movement and the arm movement. That's when we play our best. What most of us do, because everybody in this room, we're all mechanically built the same way. We're all mechanically built the same way. What we all do is, because we're stronger in our body, we generally outrace what our arms do. So what a lot of these guys do in the gym, and Molinari is one, is they create a really strong stability in the body, so that the body doesn't move forward. It's really strong. As this club is moving at over 100 miles an hour, they're able to brace their body so that the arms catch up. And that's where they get the speed. So a lot of the things they do in terms of lifting weights and being really strong in the glutes and in the legs and in the core is to hold the body in position while the arms are swinging down. Then you can really start swinging your arms fast. That's really what golf training is about, and that's what Molinari has done. That's what he's doing with some expert trainers, and that's where he's getting his extra distance.
Paul, they didn't want to know they've got to go to the gym. They wanted to know they've got 3 T-pegs in the right pocket, 2 in the left, and make it go further. But anyway, yeah, I mean, clearly he puts a lot of work. Yeah, he puts a lot of work into that area. He puts a lot of work into all areas of the game. Leaves no stone unturned. Dave Allred, a big part of the team. Dennis Pugh, who works on his technique, has done so much to help him. I suppose the last thing on Francesco, how much will the fact that he claimed the Claret Jug last year help him? Because let's remember, of course, he was alongside Tiger Woods when he did that. How much will that help him tomorrow?
It's all about confidence, and he's got validity. It's not just confidence, you know. You just don't wake up in the morning and be confident. You know, normally something happens in your life to give you the confidence. And when you have validity from being an Open champion, from going head-to-head against McIlroy and Wentworth last year and winning the PGA Championship, one of the biggest tournaments on the European Tour at Wentworth, when you go head-to-head with all the best players in the world and storm through the field like he did in Bay Hill this year, that's validity. That's what feeds your mind. That's what gives you the confidence. And that's why he's at the level he is, and that's why he's contending at the Masters. He's got validation in his mind. It's not just airy-fairy, oh, I'm really confident, I'm playing great. No, no, I'm playing great because I've won this, I've won this, I've won this, I've won this, I've done that. I won 5 out of 5 in the Ryder Cup. All of those things are what feed the mind and give him the confidence.
Would we love to see a European win tomorrow? Yeah!